Hello and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Save with Crypto, as is the channel Save with Crypto, and this guy above me is a Mathtopian from the planet Mathtopia, and
apparently so.
yeah. Hello, Math.
Hello. Welcome to planet Mathtopia. Calling planet Earth. Yeah, or something.
Right,
I'm sure there's lots of mileage in that one, isn't there?
Right, I'm a little bit late, so I've just rushed in the door and I got weird marks on my desk. What's going on there? Anyway,
but, I don't know about your mysterious desk markings.
I don't know what it is.
Desk stains or whatever.
I was eating a bit of Stilton last night, actually, so maybe it's a bit of old cheese. Anyway, right. Oh, Firewatch is here. Hello, chaps. Yeah, that I don't know if you saw anything of yesterday, but Mr. Firewatch, he'd been setting up like billions of alerts on Quadzilla to catch various things. One thing he did do is he went short on Bitcoin on the 5-minute time frame yesterday sometime, and I think he bagged himself a nice big juicy short actually.
Oh, nice. Okay. I just realised I'm sharing the screen at the moment.
You are?
Yes. Yeah. So what sort of time was that?
I think it was yesterday morning. I'm not sure what time it is for him because I think he's
good. Okay.
So
yesterday, Wednesday. Oh, wow. Was it that? That's a nice big juicy short on the 5-minute.
It was something like that, yeah. So
me.
He says it was a mistake.
Doesn't look like a mistake to me.
Looks like an amazing mistake.
Yeah, because looking at that, so I mean that was from around sort of, well, I guess 11 o'clock really, Wednesday morning UK time. So I mean, Quadzilla was showing up. It showed at 2 red bars just there, which is about right. So the price actually topped, didn't it, just there at about around 81,200, 81.2, and kind of down it went. Oh, that. I mean, it came down. It touched that bullish retracement level there, so it stepped down and then kind of hit upwards. So exactly as predicted. But then actually just like continue to the downside, and then kind of confirmation from that bearish retracement. There's going to be more downside. There's also that retracement level that's playing out. But I think mainly it was these 2 red bars that kind of predicted that was going to take place. So like right at the top. So accidental or not, just well done on that one. That obviously played out pretty well.
Yeah, he said I placed the wrong trade and got lucky with a 21% final gain. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyway, one thing did occur to me is that Firewatch was saying that he did all that setting up the alerts, and then he had to upgrade his TradingView to the Ultimate or whatever the posh one is, because he wanted like 400 alerts or something. Which is amazing. And there is that offer going on TradingView at the moment as well, by the way. And if you want an extra $15 off, go to savewithcrypto.org/TV, and you'll get 15 bucks off an annual plan. Anyway, so
one thing about that, I mean, it's worth probably quickly mentioning about the alerts, because like, I mean, add alert. So Firewatch, would you have had an option? I suppose it depends what alerts you wanted to set up specifically, but obviously in Quadzilla you can set up like, there are combinations, so you can combine alerts. Like obviously, I mean, I'm showing it because you've been playing around with alerts quite a lot from the sounds of it, so you would know this, but just to point it out generally, that obviously the hyper alert is a combination of like all of these essentially. So it's just like, something of note happened, come and have a look. The only downside is that you go to the chart in that time frame, and then you have to kind of figure out what it was that just happened. But it saves you a lot of kind of just setting up alerts and like maybe having to kind of upgrade to whatever plan if they can all be combined to that. Then it's simply setting this on different time frames and maybe different price pairs and so on, asset pairs.
Okay. Well, he says he was only doing super up and super down. I'm reviewing each instrument and then picking 10 to 25 alerts on different time frames per instrument. One thing did occur to me about this was he said after he'd done all this, he said, "Oh, I've now got Claude talking to TradingView," and I was thinking, if you'd have done that first, you could have said to Claude, "Set up alerts for my watch list on these time frames," and it would have done it automatically and probably given you your weekend back.
That's true. That would have done it.
Because you can do that.
Yeah,
you can just say go and set up these alerts, and it will just go off and merrily do it.
Interesting. What I have just realised is that this doesn't actually have the super up and down combined. Probably ought to add that. It's got everything else combined though. So,
doesn't. Yeah. I mean, I think you're either looking for something or the other. Anyway, talking of AI, Mr. Delta's here. So there he is. Gold morning, everyone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, got gold morning.
Is that a subtle hint? Just look at the gold chart.
I don't know. Not sure if he does gold actually, but anyway, that's Mr. Delta. That's my friend. He said good morning. So obviously Gloucester has a different time zone to where I am, because it's actually afternoon here. But obviously not
as of 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But hey.
Anyway, welcome. And also, sorry, it's me flicking through these, but I'm quite excited. But my time frames vary per instrument depending on my research. Okay, fair enough. Okay, but just saying, if you need to, that once you've actually got the MCP thing working, then you can just say go and set up the alerts. Talking of MCP, and the Lord giveth with one hand and taketh away with the other. Just went to check my post.
That's what he does. Yeah.
Honestly, I just went to check my post, and so I have to fold this slightly so I don't dox myself. Right, but yeah. So I had something from the DVLA. That's the car people, for anyone foreign, from the DVLA. Thinking, oh, that looks a bit serious. What is it? And it was a refund for my car tax for my dead Jeep. Because it was highly polluting 4x4. The tax was like 255 quid a year, I think. So I got 88 quid back for scrapping it, which is nice. Just nice. And then, because of Free Chippy Friday 2 weeks ago, I went down to the Wetherspoons and I parked my car there, and I was thinking, how long will this take? They're normally quite quick, and once we've eaten our stuff, my daughter likes to go straight away. So I put like a quid on it, which was £1.20 to last an hour. And I think we were there 2 hours, and I just got a bloody £100 parking fine. Although if I do pay it within 28 days, it's 60. But damn, so 88 quid in and 60 quid out. But anyway, that was my.
I mean, at least with that, if you pay it within that initial period, you'll feel like you're getting a bargain. So you can, you can feel good about that.
I'd feel it was more of a bargain if I hadn't even bothered to sort of actually buy a ticket in the first place and pay that £1.20. Then it would only cost me £60 rather than £61.20. Anyway, oh god, I hate them things. And the thing is when we first moved here, we went down to that Wetherspoons, and it was like 8 o'clock at night, and I said to the security blokes, I said, is it a camera or is it a bloke who comes round? And he said, no, it's just a guy who comes round every morning just to check no one stayed overnight. And I was like, okay. So I never bothered paying for ages and ages. And I noticed these cameras appeared a little while ago, and I was thinking, is that what they use now? It probably is, isn't it? It definitely is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and also given your testimony now, they'll be backdating lots and lots of fines, I'm sure. So expect to get a mountain of post in the next week or so.
To be fair, a while ago I did outstay my welcome there. I mean, it's very rare I drive there anyway, but I did outstay my welcome there once before, and they said, "Oh, we noticed you've done this. As it's your first time, we'll let you off." And I was thinking, like, maybe they'll do that again because it's a different car, but it's still me, isn't it? So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I think they've got me. They've got me.
Quick thing for Firewatch. I know you've maxed out the code. In terms of the maximum number of plot series, but I'm looking at just options really to kind of figure out what best to do there. Quadzilla already would love to be able to vary the stop loss percent and the super up down indicators to see the difference in stats.
Oh,
That sort of thing we could probably do for the stats. So yeah, because it's not so much the code that's hit a ceiling. It's just the plot series. Oh, I'm still showing gold on there. It's like everything is being plotted all around the place. So vary the stop loss percent.
Yeah, I was.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I realised what you meant now. So essentially, if I go to where is it? Show stats. So in the super up down, we'll just go to the explainer. Yeah, so it's the super stats are built around the scenario that you open a position at the close of the candle in which the super signal appeared, and then a bunch of stuff over here. So here's a couple of super ups, and so essentially the idea is that for the super stats, the super signal stats, basically the idea behind that is that, of course, yeah, oh hey, the price is going to go up from this. So the theory being that you would then strongly consider opening a long position. But if the price kind of reversed by a slightly arbitrary 1%, I just kind of chucked that in the stats, to be honest, because it's a bit experimental. So yeah, if the price reversed, just went in the wrong direction by 1%, then that would count as being stopped out. So that's a failure. Versus like if it kind of then proceeds to go in the right direction, then it's a success. So then that comes out in the stats. You can see on these, the bullish ones, that's generally, so like off 78, it's on the 5-minute chart, Bitcoin, so off 78 bullish super ups that have been drawn, 77 succeeded, like didn't get stopped out within that 1%, which is quite a good percent. And average gain of those on the 5-minute chart was about 1.46% of a gain if you'd taken each of those as a long position. I mean, it's fine, it's on the 5-minute chart, and I guess you'd maybe take a leveraged position on that. So yeah, so essentially, so that could work. How would we do that so that I think it would need to be kind of like what Kaz pointed out, that was then a bit, I found that was a bit of a sort of, oh my god, of course you can do that. And then
speak of the devil, there she is.
Hello. Yeah, it's good timing. Bit late, but glad you made it. So yeah, so on here, because you can do this sort of thing with the alerts, like you could say, I'm not going to do any of the like standard things, but instead I'm going to say, yeah, okay, you wouldn't be able to do it. It's going to be kind of like tied into that. So what we could do, sorry, I'm in completing half thoughts. I'm leaving thoughts half complete. Moving on to other things, just slightly thinking about out loud about this. But yeah, but essentially, yeah, to set an alert on those. So you talk about like the 1% that we were talking about, because it is a bit arbitrary. Yeah, we could probably put in a setting for that. It would only affect the stats. So I guess it'd be down here. It'd be like, where are the stats? stats. So, because for the retracements, there's a setting for that. So, and of course, there's nothing to do with alerts, is it? So I was getting confused. But so, yeah, I could just have a setting that's like, you know, the super signal stop out percent. Sure, yeah, but we'll add that. So expect a a 1.7.3 fairly soon.
Okay.
So
I'll tell you something I was playing with at the weekend, because I was basically trying to make something just to sort of find sort of favorable conditions for a sort of buy sell type sort of thing. So looking at Quadzilla and then thinking like, okay, you know, things like if you get like a super up at the same time as, you know, something else being there. So I was kind of using Claude to write a little script and stuff to sort of give me an idea of, like, you know, how things would work. In the process of doing so, it did something that I thought was quite neat. So what it did, it got me to I got it to I haven't got the code live at the moment, but so I can't really show you, but what it did, like where the super up and super down is, it plotted them on the main chart as the little triangles, actually where the price was. And I was thinking, like, visually, that's actually really nice. That is. I don't know what you think about that. Do you know what I mean?
No, sorry, I got a bit distracted by a message that came in. Just so,
okay.
Start again, if you don't mind.
Right. So basically, what I did, I essentially created a little script that on the main chart put little red triangles where you had a super. Actually, it was a super up.
Yeah.
And then little green triangles. I don't know. Have I got that right? Yeah, no, sorry. Little green triangles where you had a super up, and then little red triangles where you had the super down. I know you can change the shape, but he put them on the actual main chart, where the price was. And I was thinking that actually looks quite neat, actually.
So okay, so rather than thusly, it was thusly just under the thing.
Yeah. And I think that's. It was quite a good little aid to sort of, like, when I'm just like flicking through a few charts, different time frames, trying to see like when the super up and super down were working really, really well. I mean, generally they do, but, like, you know, some particular time frames, you're thinking like, that's amazing, you know.
Yeah,
and you don't tend to notice it so much when it's down in the in the thing at the bottom. I don't know if that's something worth thinking about one day, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be easy enough to try out, because it's literally just like one Boolean thing of whether it draws down there or up there. But I mean, well, actually, there's a bit more to it than that, because it'd have to plot, but beneath the candle and so on. Yeah. See what it looks like, you know.
Okay. Anyway, that's that really. So hang on, just so I was just looking. Mr. Delta received a bonus. Okay. Well, he'll receive a lot more. Okay. Have I just read that one? Okay. So Jeff's saying, I have found some amazing average gains on some normal stocks, hoping to test with webhooks and MT5 account. Happy to share on Discord. Yeah, that'd be great if you do, actually. I can definitely see a little bit of automation being quite a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, I would say definitely do share that on Discord. That would be good. Just be sure to put it into the. I think we've still got that stock trading channel, haven't we? That's got requested some time ago, and then no one posted in it. So you can probably just make use of that.
Well, someone was going to, and there's that German fella, and then he just disappeared, didn't he? Anyway, so yeah, Firewatch is also saying, when I got Clade to look at my TradingView chart, I had to teach it where the super up and super down symbols were. It said it couldn't find them by looking at the code. I hope that makes sense. I think what I did, I think I gave it your Medium article to read.
Yeah, it seems to find things. What you can do, I mean, I think it's in that, isn't it? Object tree, fairly sure.
Sorry, Firewatch is Andy. I keep calling him Jeff. I'm sure there used to be a Jeff in. Anyway, right. Sorry, Andy. I'll just call you Firewatch.
Consider yourself undoxed. Yeah.
Who the hell am I thinking of? Anyway.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, here you go. So you should be able to find that they are literally in the object tree as like super signal down and super signal up. So they're there. So was there only one? I guess one stochastic. Okay, but yeah, you should be able to, like Claude should be able to kind of latch onto those essentially through MCP.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
So Mr. Delta saying it would be very interesting getting Claude to see the super. I'm sure it definitely can because it does with me. Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out, but it can definitely read that with the MCP thing. Okay, cool. Anyway, should we
have agreement? Yeah. Okay, and Andy it is. Yeah.
Okay. Should we crack on with some thingy? You know.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Get Quadzilla. That's the shilling done. Do go and check it out. Just go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ and you can get yourself a gyrating, price-conscious lizard to inhabit your living room and probably chew the furniture. But hey, let's get on with it. Oh, and also it prints money like there's no tomorrow. Is that the way around? I've done it again. That they spend money like there's no tomorrow, isn't it? It prints money like there's a lot of tomorrows. There you go. And
I do this. I kind of look after this website for this band in Hemel Hempstead, and it used to be the older fella, the bass player who I used to deal with. Now I deal with his son, who I must say had a bit of a secondary modern education, if you like, and he every now and again he sends me a blog to upload to the site. I don't know why he doesn't do it himself, but he does that. And the other day he actually said, "This band never fails to disappoint."
Yeah.
I thought it was almost as good as like last night. The band were literally on fire.
No one batted an eyelid.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah. So Quadzilla will print money like there's no tomorrow, and you can get it for the princely sum of £80 a month on the monthly plan, or £60 a month on the yearly. Yay! Honestly, it's well worth it. Just go get it. And just very, very quickly, and then I promise we'll get to the TA. I wanted to mention that there's a new Maftopia video that is coming out today, sort of scheduled to release at probably 4 p.m. UK time, and it's one that I kind of co-recorded with Save here, and it's about kind of the science of music and stuff like that, but particularly around Angine de Poitrine. Butchered the pronunciation again, I think, but do go and check that out. And so 4 p.m. ish today, that new video will be released. It's very much a deep dive into music theory, music science, and a bunch of things around that about why their microtonal math rock music is so addictive. And yeah, so Bitcoin. Let's have a look at this. We've got. Sorry, just trying to move. This is a really good time to actually rearrange my desk. Just trying to move the screen across. Okay, so that was on the 5, isn't it? I think if we hop over to the daily for a minute, because there's kind of some interesting things happening on here. So essentially, I think what we've kind of got is that there's been kind of talk about whether Bitcoin maybe has reached kind of has it reached a local bottom? That was some time ago, isn't it? But has it reached it again? Like as in, I think on this it's just starting to look as if they're its overall run might be kind of fizzling out a bit now, because it's been dallying with a 200 daily SMA, which has been obviously been obligingly coming down to meet the price rather than so much, the price coming up to meet it. It's just like some rally, you know what I mean? No, I mean, so with that in mind, hasn't even quite touched it, but it's like in a virtual sort of way, it's bounced off the 200 daily, like sort of, a couple of times really, like there on the bullish candle again there, near miss, and then probably within that day when it's just bearish, it probably tried to reach for it again and then it's dropped away. Hasn't really managed it yet. So, but it's just, is it going to work its way up again for another try? Probably a bit critically where down below the 9 EMA at the moment, this IN line. And I think if today we actually close beneath that, then that's going to be a pretty bullish sign. Like obviously yesterday we did. Day before that kind of bounced off it and just closed the day just touching the 9 EMA. Yesterday was very much a blop. So today kind of needs to be a reclaim the line, and that line is kind of at about 80,095. We're obviously kind of significantly below, as of this zoomed in, we're significantly below 80k at the moment, at 79.3. And this is that actually a doji at the moment? Is that what we're looking at? I think there's some other thing. I need to kind of go and revise my chart patterns, I think. But essentially within that, so there's obviously a bit of indecision there at the moment, and you can kind of see how it's just ranging really between the 21 EMA, the yellow, and the 9. And the price very much it's just kind of hit pretty much where that bearish candle closed yesterday, which ain't great. So we've got 2 hours to the US Open of me, so see how they're going to be feeling when they wake up shortly. So anyway, yes, that's probably also worth pointing out just here on the daily is that of course we had that kind of stellar epic bullish retracement level that started plotting back in mid-October 2024, saying like, oh hey, it's lovely that the price is all the way up here, but at some point it's going to come back down and touch this line and then hopefully bounce back up. And that completed in a very sort of textbook kind of way for retracement levels that you get within Quadzilla, and came down, touched, wicks down within the candle, and then it came back up within the same candle, and headed back up to the upside. Perfect. So I think actually if I draw in just a ray from there, like a continuation, because as so often happens, these levels, especially the long-term ones, they continue to be relevant, that particular price level, which is 62.4. Obviously seems like a long way off at the moment, but because that then continued to act as support. Price came down, touched that same level again, down here, almost touched it, but it was up. That in itself was significant because it meant obviously there's it's a higher low, so there's positivity there. Kind of doing, I mean, probably that one really came down again to there, and so on. So and then obviously really took off. So that there was some level of acceleration there. I mean, clearly, but where we're at the moment, I think maybe we're now kind of starting to look at that upward trend. It just seems like it's fizzling out a bit, because if I draw in a trend line, kind of following that, I mean, from there, that's not really the right thing. But I mean, if we look at this one, where the price came down, pivoted there. So if I kind of pretty much just draw that to there, let's go up a bit just to make more of a mess, so look, looks a bit more professional, So like so you had that trend line there, and if I draw another one, should I just for a moment, hi Quadzilla, got the RSI going crazy on there as well, and kind of from that one, obviously it depends then if you count the wicks or not. I just do that, and on there, so that like really kind of steep upward trend then had started to decelerate, and instead it's kind of from there, it's kind of that one. So I think this now becomes kind of a critical support trend line for the price to just bounce off, really, if it kind of hits it at all. You probably would actually want it to hit that line just to kind of blink and then up, or bounce a few times before taking off. So, and looking at it, I mean, that's a 200 daily simple moving average coming down there. So if that was continuing to do that sort of thing, then the price would maybe potentially bounce off that. But maybe that line is a bit too sort of shallow. It'd be more like we're talking about steep moving candles here, really, aren't we? So that, then maybe that. Oops, it's meant to be vertical. That, then that, that sort of thing. So if it did that, then maybe that one wouldn't happen at all. It would just kind of bounce off the 200 daily. It might do again what it was doing kind of on these ones, and it bounced off maybe 81.1 or thereabouts.
Yeah,
might be kind of a top for that. So if that does happen, if it breaks above, I think if it actually convincingly broke above the 200 daily, then that would be a altogether different game. Just very much just like, oh, something different is happening this time. It is different, and maybe off to blue skies, whatever, Elysium fields. Not Elysium fields. That's a bad thing. But yeah, so off to to print higher highs and so on, which would be nice. And that would kind of suggest that the bear market bottom had kind of just happened early on in this cycle. But so far, so many things about this have just turned out to just be textbook and just following the same sort of patterns as last time and last time before that and so on. That I kind of wonder. We could maybe look at still looking at kind of like the higher time frames at the moment. Go to here, go to the weekly, then reset things a bit. So this is okay. So look at this on the Bitunix chart at the moment. So that one just kind of goes back to April 22. But I suppose it's this side of things that we're interested in there. Just switch them off for the moment, and so this is the return of the the range tools that I'd kind of drawn in before, and because I think these now have a new life, kind of. So within these, so going back to the all-time high, and obviously the bull cycle top that we hit. So just checking something up for a moment. Yeah, and so on this, that was also like 126-ish, wasn't it, where the price hit there? There was a drop of this kind of impulse move, which is down. And that was about 36%, down to that bottom there. Then again, and another drop, which was also 36%. So this is going back from including the wicks. Whereas when I drew this like a few months ago, and we were kind of tracking that, it was more candle open to candle close. Whereas this time, taking into account the wicks as well, it gives kind of a slightly longer term view, slightly more resilient view, I think, of where the price is going. So yeah, 36% down, recovery, bit of just ranging, accumulation of downside orders, I think, really, and then just boom, back down. 36 again, recovery. These recovery amounts are kind of a bit like whatever, they can be they happen to be numbers. As long as they're numbers, that's the important thing. So, and then so the hypothetical now is that if we've reached that local top for this particular recovery, this is very Elliott wavy, isn't it? It's just like, impulse move, recovery, impulse move, recovery, or like sorry, not recovery, just thingy. What's the word? Not that it matters too much, but like the other way around thing. So
what?
do you know what I mean? That and then that. Actually, very quick question, and just stall for a moment. My senior brain is struggling all of a sudden. Mr. Delta, music has science. Yeah, exactly. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But yeah, we very much dig into all of that in that video.
It absolutely does, and also the way your brain interprets music. There's also quite a lot of science goes on there as well. Yeah, very sciencey. So
yeah. So basically, why Angine de Poitrine is just so goddamn addictive, because they really should be kind of a niche band on paper, given that it's all like unusual time signatures and microtones, and they constantly like wrong foot the listener, don't they? Like we're just like time signature changes all over the place and things like that, and obviously very, very quirky. So on paper they should be kind of a niche band, but they're so addictive, and their popularity is kind of skyrocketing, I think. They're getting mainstream attention, which is bizarre for something that's basically math rock. It's great, and
for example, by the way, sort of if you look at the frequencies, let's say like
Mr. Delta should say, I'm pretty much over there. God, there's always one, isn't there? There's always one. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, science-wise, a major chord, the ratio of the frequencies are like 4, 5, and 6. The minor chord is 10, 12, and 15. They're the ratios of the frequencies, and just to your brain, that's what sounds nice, and so yeah, lot of science goes on in music.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, anyway, so back to this end. So yeah, so basically we had the impulse move down, retrace was the thing. Took me a little while, so sorry about that. Impulse move down, retrace, impulse move down, retrace, impulse move down, ... question mark. So if this is the top, which seems like it seems plausible, just because it's hitting the 200 MA round about now, and others, just to remind us on the weekly. And so if there happened to be a third equivalent move down, that would take us down to 53.
Yikes.
And depending when that happens, it would be like July-ish. I doubt it'd be May or June. I think probably July-ish if that happened. But also there might be a whole bunch more ranging there. If the price goes up further from there, say it did kind of break above that, it did that, because there's obviously all sorts of different places it could reach here, like that top. Don't mess up my nice drawing, hasn't it? It could hit up to there. There's lots of liquidity through there that it could just like mush on up to, skewer that, that kind of thing. So if it did, then so yeah, I guess I got those ranges. So in which case, let's take that out. It could do that, and then a 36, an actual 36% down, then would be about there. I think, which is 56.9. So a higher sort of macro low than expected.
Mm.
But then if that happened, then we might expect there to be another one after that. So I mean, especially if it goes even, if it got to that level, say, which was about 94k. Can you see that happening in this current upward move?
Little bit higher than I'm expecting, but
Yeah,
anything could happen, really.
Yeah, true. So if that happened, then 36% down from there would be about that. So 59, just under 60k. In which case you could well expect there to be another big step down after that, and which maybe that's how it'll end up playing out, because that would bring us down to towards like October, November-ish in that case. So which would tie in with all of the timings for the 4-year cycle and so on. Will I remember? That's on 36, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what else should we look at?
Well, if you want to just whack that on the 12-hour time frame.
12-hour, sure. 12-hour. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that was the kind of levels I was looking at on my thumbnail for this video, for this live stream.
Yeah.
So there is that one there up there at is that about 91k? Is it right up there?
So this one here, yeah, 91.1.
See, I can't see it going much above that, to be honest.
No, it might. You could expect it to wick above, I suppose. But if it's if it breaks above the 200 daily, as I was saying before, then you would expect some significant more of a move to the upside, to just given, because that'd be such a positive thing price wise, that if it did break above, then heading to the upside. Is that one above there? 109. Yeah, I think it'll I think it'll hit 109 during the bear market, I'm sure. So probably unlikely just right at the moment, but because these are all probabilistic, because like as I was saying before, like the closer ones are very, very high probability. Then the further away they get, the gradually less probable in either direction, really. So they're meant to be taken as kind of like steps, price progression steps, really. So yeah, in here then, so that, yes, that one's a possibility. Then obviously this one down here, 69, actually seems kind of kind of plausible that it would hit that.
So what was the bottom one? 69, is it?
That one just there.
So
69. Then this one was from the daily, just there, 62.
Bit more like 71 in it or something. Anyway, yeah, no, because that was the three levels. That is that about. It looks like about 71 on mine, but you're on the index chart, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean it actually it's the bullish one is 68.9.
Oh, okay.
And then there's that bearish one that's fairly short-lived just there. It's 69.2. But yeah, it's a really, but basically 69. So, well, hey, so it's just there. And
was it? Everyone goes, nice.
It's like having Tourette's, isn't it? Just can't help reacting to, FNAR kind of things like that. Anyway,
what we got? We got 69. Nice. 71.
Yeah.
70.
Can't help it. Yeah.
So 71. Actually, I don't really like 69 very much. There's too much going on. I can't concentrate. Anyway.
Yeah. And exactly. Overrated, mate. Overrated.
Yeah. Anyway, can you just do one thing at a time, please? No. And and then you can have your turn. And the top one was the top one was
the arguments to go on.
Yeah, the top one was 109. Okay, right. So I actually feel like doing the poll, actually, sort of like not for which one first, but which order, because I think it would be 71, 69, 109. That's what I think. So you got that. So I'm just
writing. That averaged out? Okay.
No. So it goes up to 71, down to 69, and up to 109. That's going to be the most complicated poll ever, and no one's going to like it. So I'm not going to bother doing that. So I'll just shut up right now.
Fair enough.
Actually, I might actually.
Well, after all that, I think you should.
I think, yeah. Okay. Right, I'm going to do that. Start a poll, right? So,
right, while you're doing that, it's going to draw in just fib retracement. Let's draw it right on top of where it's going to draw. Maybe from there down to where it kind of dropped down to, which is this one just there. So, and let's just do that. Just so we can see the things for the things, and that doesn't seem like a very valid fib retracement, to be honest. Going down, it might, because I was hoping from this we would just be able to kind of plot out. I don't know. It sort of has. I'm always a bit suspicious when it plots out on the 50% line, but then that in itself does kind of have its own thing going on, doesn't it? Whereas it turns into kind of like a fair value level. In fact, yeah, because the price did kind of hit that 50% line as resistance on there. The 0.382 skewered that liquidity just there. So, from that point of view, it's probably valid. 0.382 also kind of turned into a bit of a relevant area kind of there with the 200 daily coming down as well. And so, yeah, the price would very much have to break above, obviously the 200 daily is the same before, but then also to get further up, and because that does seem like it's a valid sort of channel that the price is in at the moment, and it's very much threatening to break below it at the moment, but kind of needs to get back up, not only get back up to here, which is 83.5, but significantly break above it. Similarly, that line at 0.236 is kind of skewering that bunch of liquidity that's just there as well. So lots of probably slightly worried swing traders just there, hoping the price doesn't come up there and just like kind of liquidate their positions. So yeah, and then so at first I was thinking like that's not relevant, but in fact there is quite a bit there. That 0.618 price came out just rejected there, pivoted off that as well. So, and that's virtually been support just on that bit. So yeah, that's that. I've probably milked that particular
Okay.
didn't actually think for now.
Anyway,
yeah.
The poll is up, so do get involved. So far the favourite answer is 71, 69, 109. I haven't voted myself. Oh no, that was myself. No.
Has anyone else voted?
No.
Okay. What's wrong with you people?
I told you it's a waste of time. Anyway, can we have a look at Tesla?
Sure. Yeah, I would point out, I think, because a bunch of people are watching on X, so I don't know if the poll appears for them as well, or if it's just YouTube where it shows up.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, we could have a look at that. Oh, we were looking at that before, weren't we? Yeah, let's bring it Tesla. Tesla on the Nasdaq. On the any particular time frame or what?
I don't know, sort of. I suppose something like the hourly, I suppose, makes sense, doesn't it?
Sure. Okay.
Because it's been going up loads, right? And I've got a fairly big bag of it, and I think I want to diversify a bit because I'm far too much into Tesla and nothing else. So I'm kind of looking at sort of like selling it, but I'm not quite sure when, actually. I know a lot of this is driven by the robo taxi stuff rolling out somewhere. So there's that. But I don't know, just interested in anyone's thoughts on it. The actual pre-market price is up at like 450 at the moment, so that's looking quite juicy to me. That is.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, because I mean the equities market has been kind of looking pretty solid overall lately, isn't it? It's still printing. I mean, not just like the S&P, but like London Stock Exchange as well. The index for that is looking pretty good. It's still like overall, like they're inching higher. So, which in itself is probably a bit worrying. Just the fact that despite everything that's going on, they're still printing all-time highs and so on. Just like what's going on. But yeah. So, so what you're looking for then? Just like, is this a good time to sell and buy something else?
Yeah, but basically, yeah. I mean, I'll keep a bit of it, but I need to diversify a bit. I mean, I was looking at the high from like December last year, sort of thing. Something like that would be great. I just wonder if it. I just wonder what will happen. I mean, will it just double top at that level? I'm not very good with like traditional stocks because I'm never quite sure what they're going to do. Because they.
Yeah, we need Wizard of Vault on here, don't we?
I mean, sometimes I think if it was him, he'd say like, "I'm not interested in Tesla." that's what he'd say.
Well, and that should be a lesson to you then.
Yeah, I know. I should have just bought copper, shouldn't I, instead? And I would have been much more better offer.
Yeah. I suppose what we could do, I'll just switch on within Quads the retracement channels. Zappity do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, I mean, I switched over to the 4-hour. That it's giving kind of like generally overbought signals.
Yeah.
So like within within that channel there. So it's basically between that retracement level and that one. It's kind of up in the premium price area, upper 50%, which kind of suggests that like if anyone was looking at trading along on Tesla right now, it might go right, but the probability is fairly sort of against it. It seems like it wouldn't necessarily be a good safe trade to take, to go long just there, and especially given all that price movement, that feels like that's got to retrace somewhat, maybe come back down to that 50% line, which itself, if I just put in a horizontal line there, probably adjust it slightly because it's probably more like a range, just above and below that line, to be honest, because like within that, maybe I should draw it as a range. Drink and from somewhere, don't know, maybe about there. So then down below, where is it going to touch down to? Probably that, I don't know. So because then within that kind of encapsulates, it's starting to look a bit like an order block, isn't it? So the price is kind of dipped down into that, powered up, come down into there again, and just kind of eaten up a bunch of liquidity and rocketed up again. That time failed, blocked down, back into it, along and along, along. There is resistance again, and now the top of that order block, if indeed that's what it is acting as support, or acted as support, I should say, for that rebound just there. But with all of that said, it is looking potentially like that current rally might fizzle fairly soon.
Yeah, I think I might sell a chunk of it when the market opens today. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'll do. All right, yeah, that's cool. So just looking at the comments. Blah blah blah. So sorry, Scott is driving. That's why there's
he's got road rage, I think.
All right. Right. So Mr. Delta got $1,000 off TMG this morning. Yeah, it's not actually that's nice. It's not actually off him though. It's not out of his pocket, but it's good. How much did you have to deposit to do that? I think that's UBit, I think, isn't it? What he's using, what he's shilling at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
But I
know lots of copper. Lot of copper.
I bought shed loads of OG copper when Wiz first mentioned it, and then I sold it and I bought the dip. Okay, well that's what you do. That's what you do. Excellent.
Yeah. Saying like this, Scotty's got road rage.
You can kiss my bottom. I can't think of anything worse actually. I wouldn't want that to happen. But well, well, with my bottom anyway.
Should we move on?
Well, good day, lads.
Do you want to struggle awkwardly for another minute? Backtrack.
I know, that's why I told you. Nice to get something back. Yeah. Shame it's not off him though. Never mind. I wish he'd sort out that chippy thing, because it's almost like the Zoid pay of the meme world, you know.
Well, I mean, I saw they tweeted again today on X, obviously, about Chippy 2.0, that it's on its way. And I haven't seen one of those for a while, so maybe this time, you know.
So,
although fool me 70 times, etc.
Mr. Delta, you deposited nothing and you got $1,000. That's tell me more. Yeah. That's probably what you're. Yeah. He sent me a WhatsApp just as we started the stream, and obviously I can't listen to it. So maybe that's what it's about. Oh, okay. How's Tesla looking on the weekly? Probably similar, actually, isn't it?
Shall we look? I think I kind of forgot we still had a chart open. It's looking like it's going to do something like.
Oh, okay. That was the first 100 sign-up thingy. Okay, brilliant. Well done.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. That's probably a bit pessimistic, but like if I put in, like, because obviously we've got on the weekly, we've got retracement levels aplenty. They're akimbo, aren't they? So like that one, oh, nice, lucky coincidence, potentially bounce right off that, and this one I put in like a horizontal line. In fact, there is a little retracing level just there as well, so that could be the thing. Support level there. So key levels of support that will have to hold, I think, to keep it up. And there's pretty much where it is now. I mean, as you're saying, with the current price and the pre-market open price and so on. But that's, and just looking at where it pivoted there, then that's all like resistance, the usual support, blah, 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 across. So that is, so 439.5, another key level. It's got to hold above that. And it's just poking above it at the moment. So, yeah, there's, and then obviously I could just continue to draw lines in all over the place for this, where there's obvious liquidity and so on, but well above all of these EMAs at the moment. And I would say on the weekly, so Quadzilla absolutely nailed it with that super down back then. That was pretty epic. And we've got a mid-range cross. We haven't mentioned those for a little while. We've got a mid-range cross there, which is kind of suggesting that was on that candle, which is suggesting that upwards move will probably continue upwards. And sure enough, it did. But that isn't the strongest of signals. It's more of a continuation thing, and it has done that. So where it goes from there, because you can just about see it in there. The fastest moving of the stochastics has already reached up, poked its little nose up into overbought. The weighted average is kind of still working its way out. It looks like, I just don't know, that might be a bit steep for it to head up. That's like, that move has happened a bit too fast, given where it kind of rebounded off. So it's going to be something like that, isn't it? I would think. Unless something radical happens, like, announcement of some sort or other changes things, and and then it just kind of heads off up again. Can never really underestimate these sorts of stocks, like Tesla in particular, well, Tesla and Nvidia in particular, I suppose, to just confound the charts and just head off to the upside again, strongly. So there's a TA side of it, and then there's just the what actually happens side of it. Just worth keeping in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that, I mean, is that in the context of anything? So all-time highs printed? Was that the thing? No, for Tesla. I guess that was, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the one. What was it? Just December last year, was it? No.
Yeah. December 25. So yeah, printed that, dropped considerably. Because are there similar patterns? I mean, it did a similar thing there, didn't it? Hit an all-time high, rallied down, fell down, rallied back up. There's, high, lower high, boom down there. Here it's kind of done a similar, just complete that, did that, and then that, badly drawn. But it's, if I'd drawn it better, then it kind of mirrors what we might currently be seeing a bit there. Maybe it won't be as drastic as what I drew there, but it could well it could well mirror that a bit here. What am I trying to say? Because if it had the high, then sometime later, though, so not an exact thing, but the high, then the lower high, it could print another lower high, as in like down, then up, fail, and down, that kind of thing. And that would a similar thing. I mean, it did it there as well, like high, down, lower high, down, lower high, down. It's a repeating pattern. So kind of worth keeping in mind. Let's give away. He still hasn't done that.
What?
Oh my flipping gosh! That's been. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be too
Oh,
theatrical about that, but that's I'm actually a bit shocked about that.
yeah.
Are
Just wait.
there not YouTube rules about that sort of thing?
I don't know.
I mean, whatever, you know.
Just wait till we do our Timex giveaway.
Yeah, we still haven't done that, so we ought to.
It's going to be amazing. You'd be able to win a Timex.
Yeah. They used to sell for like, I mean, did I misremember? Or like £2.99 in
Yeah,
Woolies.
yeah.
You pick up a Timex watch.
I was looking on eBay and like, you know, I was trying to find a reasonable one. It was like 23 quid, you know, which I think is a reasonable price, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, you might be able to win a Timex worth £23.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So actually, are you able to zoom out, please? Sure. Maybe that might have been from some time ago, but I guess I kind of did, didn't I? I did that. Yeah, that probably was when I was a bit zoomed in on all of that. So okay, don't want to make it too much of a hate session. I still actually kind of like I like the guy, but
yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
I think he just delegated things to his team and they responded badly to me. So yeah, that's
yeah, and me, yeah,
and
I
you
got unfairly banned.
Yeah, I think nobody actually checked anything, you know, and sort of they jumped to conclusions, and that was the end of that, really. But you know, I find him entertaining. Actually, I was just looking at his. It's actually $1,000 position, isn't it? So it's something like it'll be something like $10 on 100x, and you haven't got a choice, you know. So yeah, I don't think it's actually $1,000 you can actually use straight off. But don't know. Let me know if you've used it, Mr. Delta. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm probably going to need to wrap this up fairly.
Oh God, me too. Actually, yeah, I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be gone in 10 minutes. So yeah.
I mean, okay. Was there a poll result or anything like that, or did not enough people vote? Did not enough people bother?
That's a good point. Right, hang on. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? View my channel. And view my channel.
Yeah. While you're doing that, so just a quick reminder that there's a new Maftopia deep dive, science and technology deep dive video launching later today. Hopefully, I mean, it will be at 4 p.m. UK time, and it's all about music theory, music science around Engine de Poitrine. I can't do it.
Engine de Poitrine.
Thank you. That one, and is a collaboration with Save with Crypto here. So
I'm looking forward to it. So the results of the poll, right? 50% of the people out of a massive 4 votes said that Bitcoin is probably going to go to 71k first, then 69, and then 109, right? And the other 50% said that they're just going to click like. So I think you should do that as well. So do make sure you click like and you are subscribed to the stream. So
and do subscribe to Maftopia if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that one as well. Yeah, that one as well.
That too. Also do check out maftopia.com. It's really good. So you can now get from there to where the hell is it? I don't need to reload it or something. There you go. Yeah, to the price patterns learning tool, of which I promised an update to that in the last live stream, and haven't actually published that yet, but I will. So that there are some big like little quality of life type improvements within that learning tool. You'll see. Click into it. Actually, it's this sort of thing. Do go and check that out, and there'll be an improved version of it very, very soon, hopefully today. And get yourself a Quadzilla if you'd be so kind. Well, Quadzilla will be very, very kind to you and give you all sorts of trade signals and so on that are hyper accurate. You can check the live stats with within the indicator in TradingView, shaving view, I think. So that's it really. Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay, brilliant. Right, thanks very much. What day is it? Thursday, isn't it? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow timing, we can do whatever you like, really. If we don't get anyone saying any preference, we'll go for like 1 p.m. But
what's going to be the official time? Because we want to settle on something consistent, don't we? Otherwise, it's always going to be like, what time? I don't know. People running around, confusion.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
We need a Clarity Act.
we do. The problem I've got is like Tuesdays I'm not available until about 2:30 p.m. UK time. Mondays and Thursdays I need to be somewhere about now, and the other days are okay. So I just can't think of a time that would work completely. I'm going to write it on a bit of paper later on and work it out. I might get Claude to help me work out what's the best time. That's probably what
it's going to be half past the hour of some sort, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
17 minutes to
1:23 or something, you know. But anyway, also it needs to fit in with you as well. Right, I have got to go though. So I'll see you all soon. Okay, we're off. Right, take care.